This is episode 20 of a series that I created about 2 years ago that I'm sure is going to run into perpetuity called Black People This Is Why. And it's a masterclass using real life body cam situations to show black people what to do and what not to do when they have any type of run-in with law enforcement, whether it's a traffic stop, whether it's them approaching you at an event, a venue, business, school, wherever. I teach you how to conduct yourself. With my commentary, and I also use visuals from the body cam footage that we'll be watching together to show you what this person did wrong and what they did right and what you should do and what you shouldn't do. The reason why I titled it Black People This Is Why is for the reasons follow. Black people, this is why things go left before they go right when you have a run-in or any type of interaction with law enforcement. Black people, this is why. You see that 30-second clip of a black person being the victim of excessive force of a 30-minute to an hour-long situation, where a black person's actions warranted that excessive force, which is legal in certain situations, such as the severity of the crime, the immediacy of the threat, actively resisting arrest, or attempting to evade arrest by flight or tampering of evidence, obstruction of justice, any of those type of things. The certain situations, law enforcement are legally right to use excessive force. Now, 2020, the summer of love, what they call it, the situation with George Floyd and BLM and all of that type of situation, a George Floyd Act was passed, a law where all law enforcement, no matter what their rank, doesn't matter, they have to have body cam footage on them. They have to have a body cam on them at all times as long as they're on the clock. There used to be, the supervisor, the white shirt. They the only ones used to have a body cam. But after the summer of love, like I say, what they call it, because it wasn't a summer of love, but I'm just saying that's what they call it with George Floyd in 2020. This is when this situation began. I want to say a year later, 2 years later, they passed the George Floyd Act, and that's when they had this situation be law that you have to have a body cam. And so, I told a lot of people in some of the circle that I'm in, I said, black people kind of hurt themselves when they did that. They helped law enforcement though. And for me, that was a good thing, because now, it's not going to be no more your word versus you and your lawyer's word versus the police officer. It's no more of that. Your word doesn't mean anything. Your lawyer word doesn't mean anything. The police officer word doesn't mean anything. The body cam is going to tell the story. Just like we watch these body cams together and I commentate and react to them, it's the same thing going to be done with your body cam when the police pull you over. And however you conduct yourself, you conduct yourself in the right way and the police officer violates your right, he'll be in trouble. And I can tell you that, people may say, oh, well, they can doctor those body cams and the police gonna do it. No. I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell you this right now, and I know this for a fact. If you go report a police officer with his badge number and name, and he is found to have violated your rights, he will be fired. I don't even know if they're giving them warnings at this point, because the police department and law enforcement is so under the radar right now. He probably get fired, but I can guarantee you he gonna get addressed. The situation will get addressed. A suspension, something will happen. And if it went too far, you will have a litigation situation, the way you will be compensated for whatever you went through. So make sure that you always fight it like that, diplomatically, smart, not on the street. Don't hold court on the streets. It's too many of us as black men and women, especially black men, who being turning a traffic stop into a body bag, turning a traffic stop into a beat down when we didn't have to do that. And it's happening to a lot of women as well, but I'm just speaking on our men. And I can go real deep into that. I'm just not going to go into it right now, but I will say this here. on why we so reactive to police. Most of us are raised to hate police, especially in our communities. We're raised from children. Oh, you got hate police. Oh, if you black, this gonna happen, when it's not true. And that's why I made this series, because we have to have somebody to come forward and say, look, we have to save our children. We have to have somebody come forward and say, look, this is what you need to do. Because you have the leaders such as people like Benjamin Crump, and all of these black leaders, Al Sharpton, and they telling you these lies. They want you to keep dying and getting killed and beat by police, because when you get killed and beat by police, it's a reason for them to monetize that, right? They don't care about black people, because if they did, they'll be in the neighborhoods every day acting the same way they act, right? When the law enforcement do it, they'll be acting the same way, or they'll have that same energy for black on black crime and all of the stuff that go on in black neighborhoods every day. But I digress. At the end of the day, something happened to you or your son or your daughter, they get beat up or killed. Doesn't matter what you get, money or nothing. This is a life lost that cannot be brought back. Some people never shake back from this. Some people go in bad depressions. And so what we have to do, and we have to learn how to be solutions-based, solutions-oriented, and be proactive and not reactive. We've been being reactive as a community too long when it comes to law enforcement. We have to be proactive. We have to teach our children to respect all authority. No matter what the police tell you to do, respect it. And if they violate your rights, especially now, as for mentioned, they have BodyCam, we will take care of it there. But do not hold court on the streets. And when you get pulled over by law enforcement or get approached, always be respectful, because guess what? When the police pull you over, or when the police approach you in the store or whatever, whether you right or wrong, by you acting rough and mean and being disrespectful and not complying, that's not going to make him say, you know what, I made a bad decision, I'm going to abort mission. The cop is not aborting his missions the cop is not going to abort his mission. So you either can make it smooth or hard. And by you being disrespectful, you're going to make it hard. That's why I say, as for mentioned, a lot of times things go left before they go right. Be kind, respectful, and comply. If your rights are violated, you take it up another way. But through the courts, through the police department, but you don't take it on the street. You deal with this diplomatically. And so today, this is episode 20. We have a young lady, and like I said, I just pick random videos. I don't really, look at them before I watch them, so we watch them together. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I didn't even really look at the title. So without further ado, let's get into it.
On June 3rd, 2025, airport officers were dispatched to a gate in response to an irate passenger who was behaving aggressively toward Delta employees.
Was anybody assaulted or anything? Okay. So it's kind of, it's kind of customer service issue. We'll be around the area, but really, since there's kind of freedom of speech thing, there's not a lot we can do, but we can hang around the area. Yeah. You guys are managers too? Yeah. So we're
So what's like she's boarding and blah blah blah? Everything you can send for down here?
I don't want to. Yeah. Well, we'll be in the area. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Has she ever talked to you guys? She's overly aggressive with her talking. Snatches stuff, cursing, being vulgar. Passengers are hearing her say she's going to come up and throw hot food on us. Okay. All right. One passenger came up and was like, I just want to let y'all know she's threatening to come up and throw hot food on you guys. I'm just looking out so I can see it.
She's going on to the end.
Okay, yeah.
What?
Y'all looking for me?
We got called by you to say anything.
For what? Because this day after the one up in flight and he took it up for his best friend.
I don't even care no more. Shut up talking to me. I don't even want to be sweet.
I don't
Just get me out of here. I'm tired of Nashville. I'm tired of Tennessee. I'm tired of checking up on me when they don't need to. I'm tired of people following after me. Like, I feel like look at this. I'm the only white, I'm the only black person and they all looking at me. It's disgusting. I ain't never seen a black person.
Again, another thing I speak about a lot of time in my videos when you're dealing with these situations, you have a mental health epidemic in America, but you have a mental health epidemic in the black community. A lot of our women are mentally ill. It's a lot of different reasons. Childhood trauma, having sex with multiple men. All of these men are, whether they inseminating inside of her or not. Anytime you have a sex with a man, multiple people, and this happens for men too, but women are receivers by nature, spiritually, they're just receivers. So, a lot of our women, they don't understand why they're bipolar, why they got all of these issues mentally and spiritually, because they having sex with multiple men, and all of these men is dumping off their spirits inside of her. She don't know what kind of family, bloodline this man is, who he is, what he got going on in his personal life. And now she have accepted all that. Again, whether he's inseminating her or not. Because again, if you're having protected sex, just joining bodies with somebody, I always tell people to beware of STDs, spiritual transmitted diseases. Also, a lot of our women have a lot of childhood trauma. And this really all of the black community, but being that we have a black woman at the subject matter, I'm just speaking on some of the issues that black women deal with. A lot of them have a lot of childhood trauma, not having fathers. And that brings a whole nother anger inside of any child, that has to be addressed. And if it doesn't address, it grows into an adult anger issue. And that anger issue from not having another parent. And a lot of times the person can't even verbalize what's going on inside of them, but it's because that spirit, it took two spirits that came together to create you, and one of those spirits not being in the home, it puts anger in the woman. Not only that, a lot of these women are being raised by angry mothers. The mothers are angry because they was left alone with the children for whatever reason. And they have to work these long, crazy hours. And when they get home, they're overwhelmed. They're frustrated. And the way it's supposed to be is the woman's supposed to be able to come home after a long day to her man to plug in and recharge. They don't have that man at home. Some of them have men at home, but these men are very, very low vibrational. So much so that not only can they recharge them, the little energy they come home with, he take that away from them. And so they're very, very angry. They project that on the children, and the children grow up to be angry adults until they get that help from God, not from the therapist, not from the drugs, not from the antidepressant, not from the Casamigos, not from the partying, not from the money, nothing. All of those things I just mentioned are band-aids. You have to get help from the person who created you, the manufacturer of you. Anything you dealing with, when you dealing with something, you have to go to the manufacturer to get it fixed. No one else can fix it properly but the person who created it. And so being that God created you, he's the only one who can fix you. All of those other things I mentioned are band-aids. And the therapy is a big one. The average black woman out here today is either going to therapy multiple times a month. They're on antidepressants just to cope throughout the day. They have excessive indulgence in marijuana, drinking, and a whole bunch of other things. But those are the main thing. Every black woman you pretty much see today is dealing with one of those things just to cope. And some of them go get all of these degrees. Some of them do anything to try to feel that cope and fill that void. But it doesn't do the trick, because again, they have to return to the Father. And the thing is that our black men today are so weak, most of them, not saying all, and we have turned away from God, and we worship vagina, jewelry, and nothing but material things. God is not even in most of our top 10. We can't even lead our women. So our women has went out of control, and it trickled down to the children, and our children are out of control, and they're killing each other and taking each other's lives. But I digress. I wanted to just say all that to let it be known that we have a lot of situations where a lot of people are out here functioning on mental illness. They're functional mental illness, mentally ill patients, and they can't get help. And all it takes is one bad situation, and it sometimes can cost their life. It can cost their freedom. It can cost their careers. And they just one little small thing, and they crack. You see them all the time. You see them in the store with all of these children, and you just look on their face, and you see frustration, and a lot of times it's not their fault. It's just some of the things that they signed up to, like liberalism, feminism, all of these demonic things. Jezebel, all of that is the Jezebel spirit. You talk about feminism and all of that there, that's a Jezebel spirit. And it's all demonic. It's all Luciferian things. And again, because of that, the woman is walking around like a walking time bomb, the black woman. And not all, but most. And as we see here, this woman seems to be having one of those meltdowns. Who knows what she's been through? God bless her heart. I'm not judging her. I'm just giving a diagnosis. That's all I'm doing. But you know, only God knows what this woman has been through her whole life. She's not that old. You can see she's no older than 30, and I'm pushing it because she looks like she's in her 20s, and she's having a meltdown in this airport. I don't know what happened. We about to find out, and hopefully it don't turn bad on her behalf. But let's continue.
Hey, stop it. Stop it.
Okay, take me home. Stop talking to me.
But again, as I said in the beginning of my video, she's already starting off wrong. She's telling the cops what she's not going to do. She's bringing up the race card. She's doing too much. But again, I understand because again, she looks like she's having an episode. But let's continue. But see, the thing about these episodes is these cops are not trained social. They're not social workers. They're not therapists. They're not people although they're trained to be de-escalators, they are people too. And they can be triggered too. A lot of them these days, some of them they're no nonsense because they've been over scrutinized and they feel some type of way about that. But these guys they seem to be being pretty cool so far. We're only 2 minutes and 16-minute video. But what I'm saying is she's already starting wrong. She should have been like, okay, what's going on, you guys? How can we get this rectified? She so threatened these airport workers that she was going to throw hot food on them. And she's basically just coming in the airport today to rain terror on this airport. But let's see how this turns out.
Well, keep walking this way then.
He knows me, so stop talking to me.
Walking.
I like him more than you.
I don't care. Walk this way.
Walk with him, not you.
You don't have that choice. Walk.
Thank you.
Go.
Well, I do have a choice.
Individual Bravo 5 is acting up again. They are escorting her to the officers.
Yeah, wrong.
She's staying right here. He's cool.
Yeah.
No, he's not cool.
Yeah, I just got here.
You weren't calling me. You don't know shit. You don't get it.
All right, walk. Wow, thanks. Don't get to the point where we arrest you for disorderly conduct. Yeah.
This is the Galaxy A23. I just got completely free from AirTalk. It comes with a free plan that includes up to 20.
You yell and stuff. As long as you get out of here.
Something that I already know. I am walking.
Well, keep walking.
Don't force me. I can walk.
Stop.
I'm not touching you. I'm not talking to you. And I can say that because I have freedom of speech. You don't like
I don't care what job you work at, whether you are CEO at a Fortune 500 company or you flip burgers at Burger King. Doesn't matter your job description. No one wants to be talked like this, especially somebody who's called out to rectify the situation. This cop didn't just say, hey, you know what, today I'm going to pick on a black woman with pink hair. He was called, and now he's getting talked to like this. And I'm saying that to say, y'all got to put yourself in these officers' shoes. I know it's hard to do, but you have to do that and understand from their perspective. These are human beings too. They have feelings too. And sometimes they do lose their cool, but why even take it there, right? When we could have did this another way. But again, I'm being nice with her because I understand that I think she's having an episode, but she may just be an angry person. But let's continue.
Keep walking. I'm walking with him. I'm walking with him too, so keep walking.
He makes me more comfortable.
hard. Just walk.
Why? I know, baby. Hey, look, why are you bumping my bag? Damn.
I didn't know you stopped walking in front of me.
Down, baby.
Or you just... I ain't chasing you.
I ain't running.
Walking out to the not secure side right now with us. So, as long as she doesn't keep being disorderly and yelling like she is and stuff and causing other people's disturbance, she should be fine. But she has a very big issue with me, so I'm keeping my distance.
Right.
Back up. God damn, I ain't hit this. Fight this. No, nothing. I know this man. Back this up.
Control T17. We're walking down the
It's so
stairs to the next
embarrassing.
level.
It's embarrassing. I'd rather you and her. I don't need a whole hospital. Y'all can go. Bye. Get the out of my face.
It doesn't matter. You don't have
No. Get away. No, I'm not going. I'm not going if you don't get away. No, because he intentionally wants to hurt. Stop fucking dragging me. He intentionally wants
We
to.
told you numerous times to stop yelling. Alright, we're done with that now.
Okay, cool. Get my phone.
Nope, that's you.
Okay. So back up. I'm gonna do my shit. Get the away from me.
You need to stop yelling and stop being disorderly. If you continue...
I'm not proximity no more.
Okay, but I need you...
Away, baby.
I need you to understand if you continue to yell, you're going to be arrested for disorderly conduct if you continue to yell and raise your voice. Alright. From this point on, if you raise your voice, we're going to arrest you for disorderly conduct, alright?
I'm not gonna argue with you.
Alright.
And I'm not one. I'm not. So you didn't have to hold me back. I know how to get down the stairs, baby. I'm okay. Get on, huh? What's wrong? What's wrong with all y'all? Okay, what's the black?
So what's your...
You want to knock me up?
What's your plan?
You ran up on me. Let me go.
Okay.
I'm okay. I won't be in the airport no more.
Okay, but I'm asking you what your plan is. So what's your plan to leave airport?
Take it. Oh my God, I don't want the food.
Why are you acting like
You're
that?
acting like I'm doing something I'm not.
You're being
and
loud.
I got 6 police behind
You're
me
being
that I'm
loud.
doing something to you, and I'm not.
You're being loud
I'm
and
not doing shit
disorderly.
to you. I
Yes, you
talked
are.
to him already. Why do I need to talk to 3 of y'all?
So why are you yelling?
Why do I need to talk to 3 of y'all? And
Why
you're not
are you
saying
yelling?
shit?
Why
I
are you
bet you
yelling?
called him.
Why are you yelling and cussing?
But you know.
Go ahead.
Just imagine having to deal with this as a police officer. These people should make, I tell people all the time, school teachers, police officers, base salary should be $100,000. Nothing under. What they have to deal with on a daily basis, man, or possibly, I mean, it just, come on, man.
You have a vehicle down here?
He knows me.
Bring it down here. Yeah.
So I don't know what happened to the point where she's being now arrested. I'm guessing from whatever the flight attendant people said. I mean, the flight people at the front desk or whatever. But now she's been put in handcuffs. Now I do understand. We all understand. Looking at this woman, she wasn't gonna be easy to just put in cuffs. I don't know if she's under arrest or she's just being detained. But however the situation go, again, comply with the officers. Everything that's happening, we can all see, you and I, all the people who watching, that this is being videotaped via the officer's body cam. So if she was put under arrest for nothing, she can get a huge lawsuit for public embarrassment, I mean, that's probably not going to be the name of it. It would call pain and suffering, but that would all fall under pain and suffering. Public embarrassment. She can say she's traumatized from putting her in handcuffs in front of it. She can go through a lot of points. She can go through a lot of different avenues, and they would all fall under pain and suffering. That is, if she would have complied. Now, if she do something, which she already was at, because they defense would be she acted again. And I want people to listen to what I'm saying very closely. Their defense would be, because this is how you got to look at it. You got to look at it from a law perspective. Their defense would be, well, this woman was acting very erratic and irate the whole walk through the airport. We peacefully somehow got her outside, and she just kind of flashed out when we got outside. We was in, and I'm saying they can say this. This can be their defense, and a jury would have to make a decision. We was kind of worried. We don't know why she was acting this way. If she had something in her bag, we don't know. So we detained her. But why? But again, why hurt your defense like that? Just comply. They put you in a cuff unlawfully. You'll have the lawsuit that I just shared priorly. But thank you. But let's continue.
Over the top.
Y'all cannot wait. He couldn't wait. He was so ready for it.
Stop resisting. You're doing fine.
I'm not resisting shit.
I know you're doing fine.
I'm doing whatever.
Okay, are you good? Take a deep breath.
It's okay.
Take a deep breath.
Irritated.
I know you're irritated, but we're gonna sit you up.
Irritated. And this is what the fuck I've been going through?
We're gonna sit you up, okay? Let's go. Hey.
Let my fucking suitcase go.
We're gonna stand you up, alright?
Russell.
First of all, I got my fucking arm.
You're the one twisting them, girl.
It's right here.
Yeah, you notice it, but you don't. My arms are backwards. Unlock it. It's my arms.
We will.
Because y'all are pissing me off. Nothing. Busting up your handcuffs.
Hey, did you want to?
Don't give up.
Hey, let us
No, let me get home to my fucking mom. I fucking hate you guys. Let me get. I was calm. I was calm. I was calm.
You're not calm.
I was.
No, you're not.
Y'all just started doing this shit, and now you're saying I'm not calm. Well,
Stop.
take me out.
Stop acting like a cop.
Well, take me out.
Fix your cuffs.
Well, take me out.
If you calm down, we'll fix your cuffs.
Well, take me out.
Stop saying stuff.
I didn't say shit.
Yes, you are.
I called y'all weak, and y'all put me in fucking handcuffs to show what? That y'all fucking strong. Here we go. Back in handcuffs. For what? For what? What am I being arrested for?
Disorderly conduct.
Oh, okay.
So stop acting up and being loud and just.
And I understand now. And again, this will hurt her. In a case of in a lawsuit or something, this will hurt her because I see what they were trying to do. They was trying to get her outside to detain her and put her in handcuffs because she was acting very irate. She was very erratic. And so they didn't want her to cause no scene in the airport and hurt nobody. So that's why they were all surrounding her and they waited till she got outside to put her in cuffs. I understand now. And just to get everything rectified. But see, if she would have been calm, they probably could have had a talk inside, or they could have probably still walked outside, but she wouldn't have been detained. The reason why she was detained, put in handcuffs, is because the way she were acting inside that airport to the point where no one knows what was coming next. So we need to do is get her out of this airport around these people and children before because we don't know what's on her mind. They don't know this woman from a can of paint. The way she's acting, she seems like she's very unpredictable. So let's get her outside and then detain her. Let's not try to do it in here because she might make a big scene it gonna, and she might get to whatever, and people gonna have their phones out, and it might look bad. Which is, they still got people outside, but it just wouldn't have been safe to do inside. So now I understand why she was being detained. But as for mentioned, this could have all been avoided. They could have just had a conversation. She did this with her actions. Let's continue.
I told y'all to let me fucking go.
And you threw your fist.
I told y'all to let me fucking go.
No, that's not how that works. You wanted to act like a child, so we're treating you one. Let's go.
Go ahead. No. When you can't let me, you don't have to touch me. And I'm not going. Stop manhandling me. Hey. I'm not. Tell him to let me go. He's holding the fuck out of me.
You're acting like... Let's go. Let's go.
I didn't do shit.
Yes, you did.
Let me go. Ow. Let me go.
No, you did
Don't
this.
hold me like I'm putting a bomb. Let me go. Let me go. Why are y'all tearing me like I'm playing?
Because you wanted to resist. You did.
No,
Look to the front.
Let me the
To the front so I can search it.
And I have no reason to go with y'all. What the fuck? Y'all arrested me? Let me.
Alright. Stand here.
And I hate you. And I did not resist, so stop. I did not resist, so stop.
So you saw
I'm
it.
not resisting.
Yes, you are.
Stop.
Quit tightening up.
Stop. It's hurting me. No,
Quit.
I'm really not resisting.
Yes, the you are.
I need you to stop. I need you to stop. I don't want it. I don't want it on me.
She's double locked.
Please stop. Please stop.
Just hold her arm right there.
I don't want it. Calm down. I don't need it. I don't need
You're
it.
clearly showing us that you do. Because you keep acting like a child.
You're arguing with me about a man who...
No, we're not.
Y'all are. Y'all
No, we're not.
understand the shit.
No, we're
No,
not.
I
You're
don't
doing that to
need it.
yourself. Yes, you do. This is how you want to act.
Stop! I just got out of the apartment.
Okay, take a deep breath.
Stop!
I've got to search you.
Stop! I don't have shit. I told you I don't have anything. Oh my god. No, you're making me. I can feel it. I can fucking feel it. I can fucking feel it. You're making me.
Stop. You're adding more stress to yourself.
You are.
Back to you.
Doing y'all.
Open the door, please.
Oh my god.
Get you to the hospital. Step in and take a seat.
Alright, get on myself.
Quit touching this.
I fucking know it!
Chill out.
I'll take myself over there.
We're gonna get you to the hospital.
Got 5 cards left, so this should be easy. I only got 3 cards, so I think this one's mine. I got 2 cards left, so...
We're gonna get you to a hospital. Give it to me.
You already did some wild ass shit. I fucking hate
You need to relax.
No, stop restraining me. There's a reason. And you don't even realize it. You don't even realize it. Tell her to stop, please.
How about you just stop?
Please tell her to stop. I've already stopped. And you won't. Stop. Why are you pressing in my fucking neck? Stop.
Alright, you're fine. Get back up.
Stop. Oh my god.
Guild on that side. Better. Grab it. Grab it. Yank it. Yank it, yeah. Yeah. I don't know if we'll be able to clip with that.
No, it won't.
Okay, we're gonna move your shit. Yeah. Okay, let me hold on to it. You feed the seatbelt through.
And then you dealing with a woman police officer, which is, I don't even think women should be allowed to be police officers. because women don't know how to handle things right when they under pressure. So now, and they can react in the wrong way because they're emotional creatures. They're impulsive when they're emotional. So now this young black woman that got herself in this situation now, and she's constantly adding coal to the fire, and then you got a woman police officer dealing with her. So you got these two energies that don't mix, right? So now this woman, she done got overly aggressive, and I'm not even gonna say overly aggressive because she's definitely legal in everything she's doing. But you didn't clamp the woman, you didn't tie the woman's legs together. Which is, I don't personally believe you had to do that because she's already in the back of the police car. Let's get this paperwork took care of, get her things, and let's get her to the police department and let these people at the jail deal with this. But again, she did that, open the door, she started kicking her. That would be her defense. And again, that's why she was legally right to, because that's excessive force, in my opinion. Tying her legs together, I would say that goes into the basket of excessive force. But why did she do that? Because when she opened the door, this individual started kicking her. So all of the talking and all of that process and getting things talked about like two adults, okay, what happened? How can we get it fixed? All of that got skipped over because this woman's actions led to that. And again, this is why I named this series Black People. This is why. Because now this officer, these officers, let's just say this is their first day on the shift, or let's just say right after her they deal with another black person. You think they're going to be kind of nice? Maybe or maybe not. But if they're not, you can't say it's racism. You can just say, hey, this is a human being that just dealt with another human being that looked like me, and that person gave him a hard time, so now I'm getting the effects of that. That's life. People are human beings. That's not racism. That's not cops hate black people. That's being a human being. And if it's not, if you say, oh, well, no, well, then for the people who feel that way toward a cop from what a cop did, from what a cop, they have a run in and say, oh, I hate all cops. So I got an issue with you because what another cop did to somebody I know or what I see on TV, y'all all the same. You can't judge them. Pot can't call the kettle black. But let's continue.
I don't want your help. Have someone else help me. Because you can't even understand human rights. Get me the out of here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pull over.
So these people are having to stop again. And I don't think it's about to get nice. I don't know, but let's see.
All right. Don't fight. Calm down. I know you're calm. Where's calm down. I'm not doing none of that shit. If I want to see me up, lock me up. Okay.
Did she come out of the cuffs? Are you serious? Or am I seeing things? Are we seeing things? Did this woman come out the cuffs? Okay, I understood. That's why she stopped again. And good thing she had a cop in there with her. Because I don't think she can handle this woman on her own. But let's continue.
Let's stand up and face the door. All right, put it behind your back. Thank you. Have your palms out. Palms out.
I've been calm. I don't know why y'all locked me up in the first place.
Now she came to her senses. Now after she going to jail and then ruined the whole day, probably gonna have to bond out because this officer probably might say, hey, she kicked me, so that's assault against a peace officer. Simple assault, but it's still offense that you got to bond out for. And again, all that could have been avoided because the energy that she now have, she should have had in the airport. But again, I always say a lot of our women are bipolar for the reason that I mentioned earlier. So they go from black to white quick. Now she's white now. And what I mean by black to white, I'm not talking from a skin color perspective for the people who might have low IQs. I'm speaking about from she went from what words should I use? She's went from malevolent energy to benevolent energy. Now she's on the right side. Now she's able to be calm and talk. And this is a form of bipolar where you can switch two different personalities quick. You know what I'm saying? Without you even knowing it. You know what I'm saying? And she probably, and I'm sure this young lady, I'm not trying to be judgmental or stereotype her, but again, I'm sure she's on some type of chemical dependency, whether it's prescribed or not. And she might have wasn't able to get to it. She just getting off a flight, and she just had an episode that cost her a trip to the police station and going to cost some money to burn her out and just ruined her day overall. Because who wants to deal with all of this? The embarrassment and just everything. But let's continue.
Step out of those if I want to. I'm just letting you. Try it again. Finish this time. Can I sit down? Yeah, you can sit down and try it. If you go on the other side, the cups are in the center. I didn't think you had a reason before then either, but you still did, sadly. Still went. Okay, cool. Alright, take a step up. Are you gonna continue to kick, or can we keep this off of you? I never kick. I kinda, yes you did. Let me sit down. No, we're going to the hospital. You understand that? But you could yes, dude. Okay, but are you gonna continue to kick? I told you not to let him handle me the way that he did, and you allowed him to do it. You did it to yourself. I hate you. We're gonna go to the hospital. Listen to me. We're gonna go to the hospital. Okay. Listening to me. What's your name? I already told you that. Okay. So me again. Officer Sims. Okay. So we're gonna take. Cool. I'm gonna take you to the hospital. Do you have kids? Well, we're gonna take you to the hospital and make sure you're okay. Okay. We're gonna get you cleared. No, I'm not. We're gonna get you. Okay, and then we're gonna go to jail. All right. That's the plan. Okay.
The woman was charged with 3 counts of simple assault, as well as charges of disorderly conduct and resisting arrest.
And that's the end of that, man. I thank y'all for watching me. On Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, I do a live stream on this channel. On Tuesdays and Thursday, I release episodes of this, Black People This Is Why, my BodyCam series, and Masterclass. I gotta add that in. Cause if you follow what I'm telling you, you'll never be on here. If you listen to what I'm telling you, keep your cool, be respectful, comply, you'll never be on here. You'll never be on here. You'll never be dead in the street. You'll always have a good day with police officers. I've been pulled over by police officers everywhere under the Mason-Dixon line and didn't have a driver license or nothing. Then had time where I didn't have situations where the window rolled down to talk to the officers and weed smoke got them high. But guess what? I never had a bad situation with police. The worst case scenario is when I end up having to go to jail for a little situation for a warrant. But other than that, it's always slow it down, Mr. Guillen, and have a nice day, because I know how to talk to them in the right way. And again, that's just showing respect, complying, and being forthcoming. And, you know, when the police pull me over and come to my vehicle, I roll all 4 of the windows down. Yes, sir. No, sir. I don't play no games. If I don't have a license, I don't have one. I'm not about to play the game and give it a whole rigmarole. Yeah, I got it, but it's not on me. Then they go to the thing and type up, and I don't even have a lot. I don't play these games. I try to get this situation over as quickly and safe as possible. If you listen to what I'm telling you in this masterclass and these body cam videos, you will be in the same situation as me and not beat up on the street or killed, or with multiple charges. Now, this woman got 3 simple assaults. I don't know why. But again, one of those was for kicking off, and she didn't have to do that. She should have been calm on the offset and the date, and all of this would have been avoided, and she would have went out smooth. But like I say, man, tune in Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I do live streams. I'll see y'all tomorrow, and I do these episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. God bless you, boy. Vernon Guillen checking out.